Hello everyone. In this video lecture I'm going to discuss a method which is called the method of separation of variables, and this method is used for solving first order partial differential equations. Now the first question is what kind of method is this? Now this is a very general method for solving first order partial differential equation. General in the sense that this particular method which I am going to discuss can be used for a linear first order partial differential equation, and it can also be used to solve a non-linear first order partial differential equation. So in that sense this is a very general method which can be used for solving any kind of partial differential equation of first order. Now of course, as usual, in all my video lectures I have been taking u as a dependent variable. So here also u is a dependent variable. X and y are independent variables. We are considering the case when the partial differential equation involves two independent variables, the simplest possible case. Now in this method what we do is we assume that the solution uxy, u which is a function of x and y, is of the form xx into yy, that is, it is a product of two functions, capital X and capital Y, where capital X is a function of small x only and capital Y is a function of small y only. Or the other way is that you can assume u to be a function of as a sum of two functions, capital X and capital Y, where again capital X is a function of x only and capital Y is a function of small y only. Now I'm going to take a problem in which we are going to take u to be of this form, just because this type of solution works for that problem. But you can alternatively take your value of u to be this also, whichever value works. If this value works to find the solution, you can use this value. If this value works to find the solution, you can use this value. So this I'll show through an example how the method proceeds, and then after you know the method you can always decide what kind of solution you have to take. Now as already mentioned, capital X is a function of small x only and capital Y is a function of small y only. And what do you do in this method? Now as we have assumed to be either a product of x and y or sum of x and y, whatever. Either it can be a product of x and y or it can be sum of x and y. So in whatever the case is, you can just use the value of u and put it in the partial differential equation, and when you substitute this value of u in the partial differential equation, the partial differential equation will get reduced to two ordinary differential equations of first order in capital X and capital Y, and these ordinary differential equations can be easily solved using the methods of solving ordinary differential equations. And then finally we will get the value of capital X and you will get the value of capital Y, and once the value of capital X and capital Y are obtained, then the value of u can be easily obtained by substituting the value of capital X and capital Y in the value of u. So that is the method, that you just have to substitute in the last step. You just have to substitute the values of capital X and capital Y in u. Let me take a problem and then the method will be more understandable. Now the problem is that you have a first order partial differential equation of this type, ux plus u is equal to uy, and you have to find out the solution of this partial differential equation subject to this condition. Now this condition is called the initial condition. Here when y is 0, the condition is that when the value of y is 0, you can see this is the value of y. When the value of y is 0, then the value of u must be equal to this particular value. This is the condition which the solution must satisfy. So this is the initial value problem which has to be solved by the method of separation of variables. So again, as explained earlier, we will take u to be equal to product of capital X and capital Y, where x is a function, capital X is a function of small x only, capital Y is a function of small y only. And let me change this to the pointer so that I can easily explain. Yeah. Okay, so using the value of u, small u, you find out ux. Ux is the partial derivative of u with respect to x, and this is comes out to be x dash x into yy, because when you differentiate with respect to x, only this only this factor, only x gets differentiated with respect to x, because y is not dependent on x. So this is what you get. This is the partial derivative of u with respect to x, and again similarly the partial derivative of u with respect to y is xx into y dash y, because when you differentiate u with respect to y partially, then it is only y which gets differentiated with respect to small y, because capital X does not involve any term of small y. And why are we finding ux and uy? We are finding ux and uy because we have to substitute their values in the given partial differential equation. So now you know the value of ux, you know the value of uy, and you know the value of u. Substituting these three values of u, ux and uy in the given differential equation, this is the partial differential equation. We get this is the value of the first term was ux, and on the right hand side you had uy. So this is ux, this is uy, and this is u. So we have substituted all the values. This term on the right hand side I have brought over here, and this particular term I have taken on the other side. So the derivative terms, the terms involving derivatives are on the left, and the terms without derivative is on the right. And now we divide by xx and yy, and finally you will get -1 on this side, and this is the left hand side which you get after cancellation of like terms. And finally you take the term involving capital Y on the right hand side, and so you have x dash x over xx is equal to y dash y over yy minus 1 is equal to, let's say, lambda, because this left hand side is a function of small x only, and the right hand side here, the right hand side is a function of small y only, and the two sides are equal. This is possible only when each side is equal to a constant, and that constant I'm writing as lambda, and this lambda is a separation constant because it separates the small variable x, the small x and the small y, which are the independent variables, separately. It keeps them separately, and this form of the equation which we have obtained, this is called the separable form. So now 3 is in separable form. So from here you get two ordinary differential equations. When you equate the this term, when you equate equal to lambda, you will get one ordinary differential equation, and this term when you equate to lambda, you get another ordinary differential equation. So there are two ordinary differential equations that you get, and both the ordinary differential equations, these are different ordinary differential equations of first order, and this is in one variable which is small x, and this is in another variable which is small y, and they can be easily integrated. This one, when integrated with respect to x, gives this as the solution. Capital X is equal to ae to the power lambda x, using the methods of solving ordinary differential equation. And this one, when integrated with respect to y, this gives the solution y is equal to be to the power lambda plus 1 into y, where a and b are arbitrary constants, which we obtain when you solve a ordinary differential equation of first order. So this is the value of capital X that you have obtained. This is the value of capital Y that we have obtained, and now you will just use these two values in the value of u that you had assumed. This is the value of u that we had assumed. We'll just substitute the values of capital X and capital Y from here in u, and when you make the substitution, this is what you get. And again, AB is a constant because a and b are constant, so AB you can replace by C, and this is the final solution, the general solution that you have obtained, where C is an arbitrary constant and lambda is the separation constant. But you can obtain the value of C and lambda by using the initial condition which is given in the question. The initial condition which is given in the question is that when y is 0, u, which is the solution, must satisfy u must be equal to 4e to the power minus 3x. So when you put, so this means that you have to put y is equal to 0 and u must be equal to this. So when you put y is equal to 0 over here in 5, you must have u should be equal to this 4e to the power minus 3x. So u should be equal to 4e to the power minus 3x. So putting u as 4e to the power minus 3x and y as 0, and just putting the values over here, u as 4e to the power minus 3x and y as 0, this term will go off, e to the power 0 will become 1, and by comparing both the sides, the left hand side and the right hand side, and by comparing the constants and the power of e, you get that c comes out to be 4 and lambda comes out to be minus 3. And now just putting back the value of c and lambda over here. Lambda c came out to be c came out to be 4 and lambda came out to be -3. So c came out to be 4, lambda came out to be -3. So -3 plus 1 means -2, and this is the final solution that you obtain in the end. So this is the solution of the given first order partial differential equation when an initial condition was given to you. And you can have a look at the equation. The equation which was given in the beginning is a linear equation. So this method of separation of variables has been used for solving a linear equation, but in general, because this is a general method, this can be used to solve a non-linear equation as well. The method will remain the same. Whatever we have done for a linear equation, the same thing we'll do for a non-linear equation. Also, another thing that has to be noted is that here I assume my solution u to be a product of capital X and capital Y, just because when you use u as capital X into capital Y, the equation gets reduced into a separable form like this, the form which is given in 3. But you can use u as a sum of capital X and capital Y if you can use it, provided your equation should finally get reduced to a separable form. So if you are able to reduce your given partial differential equation to a separable form by using u as xy, then use that. And if you are able to reduce your given partial differential equation into a separable form by using u as capital X plus capital Y, then use that. Whichever works, whichever makes your equation, brings your equation in a separable form, you can use that form of the equation, and finally you will get the general solution. And if an initial condition like this is given, then you will get a particular solution as we have obtained in this case. So that was the method of separation of variables.